It is a good news that the crypto market is at an interesting phase right now. XRP is trying to do something that we have noticed before. Yes, we did talk about this as a possibility. Yes, it does. Seems like that materialized really well. And right now, we're watching something like this. That's a great thing. We've talked about this in few of our videos recently. And when we enter the market and watch different things moving up, you need to keep an eye on what those assets are going through because opportunities are left and right. You're watching some of these assets doing great over a month. If you have that patience, this is now 50% up already. So if you are even in a 2x levered position, that's a 100% profit. MDT is another one which is up 40% for the day, 100% plus for the week. And we had our call before it started the big recent pop. So the SI family is taking advantage of that. And I'm so happy that some of you guys take time to respond like this. And I'm really happy that some of you find it useful and valuable. This is the crypto market. It does show you something big is coming. Now, if you want to understand what we are pointing towards, let's take another 10 minutes of attention. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. I'm so happy and glad that you guys are still smashing that like button. The view is way lower, but the percentage of those who are smashing that like button, it's increasing every day. So I'm really thankful for each and every one of you who's actually smashing those like button. Now, let's actually look at the price action itself. Let's see, okay, what's happening. Okay, this was a possibility. We talked about it. This did play out. Now we are watching that the market is trying to give you an idea that it can go higher. What does it look like? I mean, for me, if it is to ask a single question, like what do you think the price is doing? I'm like, this is the most important day for us in last couple of months to next couple of months. This is the turning point as I see it. If you see a daily close about this point, which is on price terms $38,000, that means Bitcoin is showing you a big reversal to the upside. And think about this. Yes, your RSI slowed down. Did the price slow down? I'm like, whoa, that does show you something like what we've discussed earlier is materializing. Right now, this is what the price action is doing. Great. But did we see that coming? I'm happy that we did, and I'm really happy that some of you guys acknowledge that. Now, when we come to the price action, when the price was dropping, I gave you guys this as the support. And right now, when the price is going back up, I'm happy to see that was the support where we bounced off from. Now, understand the fact that XRP right now is showing you a lot of different things. For sure, we need to break that down. But you need to first know what Bitcoin is doing. If this thing is breaking higher today, in next 2-3 hours, we are going to get the daily candle close. And if that candle close shows you a change in the price action, wow, that's going to be interesting. This is what you're looking at on a daily. Agreed. 100%. But this is what you're looking on the weekly. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that huge? Look at the RSI there. If it's me, I would point to this RSI level here saying, whoa, RSI is still looking to the upside on a weekly chart. That's a macro perspective. So even if you are to say, okay, we are still inside this pattern, we're slowly going up, fine, but what's going to be the top? 42, 45? We really don't know. We are waiting to see what the market has for us. Yes, there will be some kind of correction, but we want to see when that can materialize. Because as you zoom out, this is something I always remind a lot of us when we go through the one-on-one session with a lot of details about their particular portfolio, trying to go through and connect all of this. So if you actually notice this, the price action is showing you something really, really critical here. And I would personally argue that it is the most important idea in crypto market right now. If you don't understand this, you'll have trouble. Yes, we're slowing down. The upside was bigger, but now it's slowing down, and we do not have $1 million or 500,000, 200,000 kind of Bitcoin move. I would personally anticipate based on this trend formation from a long period of time. I'm going back all the way to like 2011. That means from that time, we're actually watching the price doing this. Now, I have a little bit issue with my throat, so forgive me on that. I'll try to go slow so it's clear. Now, when it is coming back up, we are watching that the price action is giving you a clear signal of something. Great. What is it going to be, right? So while the price does that, you and me who are in the market right now has a ton of opportunities. Say, you don't agree. Fine, that's okay. But look at this and ask that question to yourself. Do you really want to disagree with this, which the market is showing you? Or is it just for the namesake? Like for those who are disagreeing with that perspective. Now, if you are like, okay, I still don't have that confirmation, great. Go on, add on all different things which you want to add on and go back to the history. When they have done this before, what happened in the price action? For me, that does look really interesting. You had this little area where you made the base. You have this little area where you made the base. Then you went up. And as soon as you broke through this range, something changed. So as soon as you're breaking through this particular range, something is changing in front of us. Whether I agree or you agree, that doesn't matter. It's about the market. If the vast majority, in terms of money, not in terms of the population, think that this is going up and the smart money is riding this thing to the upside, you need to ask the question, are you aligned with it? Because if you are, next few weeks to few months, you're going to make a lot of money if you are ready for this pop. Now, take this and jump on to XRP, our favorite little cute asset. Great. What is it doing now? On a monthly, you had this breakout, the retest trying to bounce off, all that noise for sure. But we're coming back to the weekly. The weekly shows you we broke higher. We're coming back to retest. We are holding on to that trend line. For me, that shows the strength of bulls. And right now, if you avoid or neglect or ignore this particular level of consolidative movement here, which came in, now being frank, that came in with this pop, which was based on hype, news, reality, and a lot of exchanges listed that asset, giving opportunity to people to sell. So for those who actually bought in here and the exchanges delisted here, they couldn't take the profits in this range. They're really happy to take profit at this range. That's why you had that amount of supply coming back into the market, pushing the price down. Great. But what is it doing now? This has been your roof and your support before. Great. Right now the price says, yeah, I respect that level. For some reason, it agrees with that narrative. So now from the daily, you go on a weekly. You're like, okay, I understand that. I understand. So I'm looking at that for a few months. But let us look at something more recent towards next couple of weeks to a month. Okay, this is a possibility which I see. I can be wrong, but this is what I think. This is the bull flag. We made that. Great. We broke that. We are retesting this. And a bounce from here is confirming that move to the upside. Which for me, on price action side, like the RSI showed you a double bottom here, is showing you there is a big possibility with that double bottom. The price broke above the moving average. So I'm like, wow, we're getting closer. When did we get the actual momentum? The day after you broke above the moving average on the RSI. So here we are. Wow. So I'm like, okay. Few years of patience was hard. Now what's it for next couple of days? Let's see how the price action is going to evolve here. So that means price action is showing you something where it can or it want to do something. which is to break above the moving average. So this is what we want, and this is where we were back then. And right now, this is where you are, and this is what you want. Interesting, isn't it? I mean, it does look interesting for me. For some, XRP looks extremely boring. Agreed. It's your perspective. But the way you should be looking at this is, yeah, we went up. Yes, we came back down. All that. But few of you who watched this channel for some time knew what we talked about when we were here. Told you we may get rejected. We may fall forward like this, making a inverse head and shoulder pattern. Right now, we are working on that. So coming back up here, consolidating a bit, breaking through is going to be a beautiful thing to watch. Your measured move for that particular break is going to be a 10% move. It's not a huge one, but still the price can go close to 0.7, say 0.69 to be precise. Now, that's all on a shorter horizon. You're watching like how things are evolving. So on the other end, what you do want to see is Bitcoin consolidating at the micro level. Say you go into this 2-hour chart, you want to actually take out Bitcoin with its resistance, the recent local swing high. This is your resistance now. Agree? Yeah, I think I do. Because this showed the price got rejected there. So that is a resistance. Sellers are entering there. Right now, you're flirting with that level. If you do consolidate there and then break higher, whoa, that's bullish. Which means a lot of bears on the other side who want to push the price lower, who's kind of looking at the price action and saying, I have an opportunity to push this price to the downside here. A couple of $1,000s in Bitcoin move. It's not a small thing for these big guys, right? They will get liquidated or they will run off, closing their positions because they don't want to get liquidated. If you see a higher high formation and a daily close there, in few hours from now, you're going to get that daily close. So that will lead the entire market to the upside. If you're looking at Ether on the other note, say you're not generally bullish on Ether, but the market seems like it is bullish. You had that breakout, you had the retest, now you're bouncing off. I'm like, whoa, that's good. That doesn't look bad because you had a pattern here, which if you extend, you're still relying on that as a support. So the macro is showing you it's becoming bullish for some reason, which we don't understand. But one thing is clear, it is becoming bullish. Historically, for those in the group have already understood the fact that we went through a video, if you remember, in 2021, making sure that, yeah, you do get a bull flag like this, which breaks to the upside. But in crypto, you also get another type of bull flag, which looks like this. You go up, you do these kind of moves and go. So that's a rounded kind of thing, which is forming in like a bull flag or a broadening wedge at some point. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is what it's showing. Maybe that's going to be a continuation pattern. Let's see. But if you're a wave guy, Elliott wave guy, you would actually put the argument, the 1, the 2, the 3 shows you should come down here first and then start the big move. So if that's where you are from, the Elliott, then you're like, okay, I may get a great opportunity in this asset to buy on a better price point. Maybe that's you. But you have to focus on what your analysis is and try to combine a lot of different analysis so that you're actually having the edge in the market. Now, if you're a strong believer of the market and you're like, okay, we are entering a huge bull market season. We're getting close to $1.5 trillion. And you think something big is to happen in this market and you're looking at these assets and saying some of these are going to blow off soon. Then I would argue, look for these. SI family is taking benefit of all of these calls. 750 plus members are on this, taking benefit of this on a daily basis. They're going through all of this. They're giving me the messages and I'm really happy to see how things are evolving. So if you want to join the group, you can use this link to jump onto Patreon and you can find this link on the description below if you're in YouTube or on the bio if you are on Twitter. So guys, that's all for today. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, I would request, come on, let's keep that going. Let's actually smash that like button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.